7 Days of Zombies. I released my first zombie book, Dead Awake Collapse, next Friday, June 27th. As part of the lead up to it, I'm doing 7 Days of Zombies, talking about my favourite zombie things, favourite films, favourite books, graphic novels. I'm going to cover all the ground. I'm going to start with the first zombie film I ever watched, and it was actually the first horror film I ever watched too, Resident Evil. Now, I was 10 when Resident Evil came out, so I watched it pretty underage, but I think that's the same with all of us. Everyone has the childhood horror film that kind of defines them / gives them trauma. Resident Evil obviously was not traumatic for me, but it was defining in terms of my relationship with film, my relationship with zombies as a genre or subgenre. I was obviously too young to go to the cinema to see it, so I think I actually rented it on VHS, which is showing my age a little bit. But I still remember sitting down to watch it and just being completely enthralled the whole time. I know there's various conversations about how faithful the film is to the games, etc. But for me, it was an absolute blockbuster. There was action, sci-fi, weird corporations doing bad things, which is a sub-genre that I love too. That love for the first film carried through all of the sequels. It carried through to the TV show, which I actually really enjoyed. I think I'm probably in the minority there. But yeah, it had a huge effect, and I always, after watching that film, knew I wanted to be in film in some way. Those of you who know me know that filmmaking was my first love, something I'm still doing with Hell Fever, things like that. But I didn't think I'd ever be writing a zombie book, and quite honestly, when I started my writing journey in 2020, I still wasn't sure. I promised myself that I would only write a zombie book if I had a twist or something that would make it fresh, because obviously there are a lot of zombie subgenre media out there. After The Walking Dead and all the Resident Evil films, it got quite intense and oversaturated. But I think with 28 years later coming out, there's a little bit of a reinvigoration of the genre. And so I hope that Dead Awake can be part of that uprising of the undead. I'd love to know your thoughts on Resident Evil films. I promise I will try not to be offended if you absolutely hate them. I understand that, again, I'm in the minority of loving them this much. But let me know, have you seen Resident Evil? Have you seen the sequels? What do you think? And what is your favourite zombie film?